everyone, my topic is how miscommunication happens. Have you ever talked with a friend about a problem only to realize that he just doesn't know why the issue is so important to you? The answer is miscommunication, and in some form or another, we all experience it. It can lead to confusion, animosity, and misunderstanding. What happens when we communicate? For decades, researchers have asked what happens when we communicate. Let's break down the difference between the transmission model and the transaction model in a way that really highlights how communication works in real life. First, we have the transmission model. So imagine this. Communication is like tossing a ball from a person to the other. Simple. The sender throws the ball and the receiver just catch it. That's pretty much it. There's no feedback, no interaction, just a straight line from the sender to the receiver. The message is a kind of fixed. It doesn't change as it goes from one person to the other. Now, while this seems simple and clean, it doesn't really capture what happened in most real-life conversations. In reality, message can get misinterpreted or misunderstood because people don't always hear or understand things the same way. So in this model, we miss out on the complexity of human communication. Now, contrast that with the transaction model. This is where things get interesting. Instead of a simple toast, think of it more like a game of catch, but with a lump of clay. Every time the message is passed from one person to the other, it gets reshaped, modeled, and changed based on how each person perceives it. It's not a one-way process. Both the sender and receiver are actively involved. They throw the ball, but there's also giving feedback. They're listening and adjusting based on what they hear. And here's the key part. The meaning is co-created by both people as they communicate. They're both shaping the message, adapting it to their unique backgrounds, experiences, and emotions. It's dynamic and always evolving. When we communicate, we interrupt message through our own subjective lessons influenced by factors such as our past experiences, cultural background, and personal beliefs. This means that the same message can be understood in different ways by different people. Each person processes and interprets the message based on their own unique perceptions, which can lead to misunderstandings. Just like a game of catch with a lump of clay, every person reshapes the message according to their own view, making it difficult to ensure mutual understanding. External distractions such as traffic or emotions can further complicate communication. When our attention is divided or emotions are heightened, it becomes harder to fully grasp the meaning of a message. Additionally, the more people involved in a conversation, the more interruptions and distractions are at play, increasing the chance of miscommunication. As the message moves back and forth between individuals, it can become distorted. There are simple practices that can help us improve communication. Listening is key. It's not enough to just hear. We must engage fully with both verbal or non-verbal feedback. This helps us adjusting our message for better understanding. Second, remember that communication is more than just words. Listen with your eyes, ears, and even your goal to understand the true message being communicated. Next, take time to understand as you try to be understood. Communication is a two-way street, and being open to what the other person says helps create better dialogue. I personally believe that clear communication is not just about conveying a message quickly. It requires patience. In our fast-paced world, we often rush through conversations thinking that getting to the point quickly is more efficient. However, I've noticed that taking the time to explain things properly and listening carefully to the other person can prevent misunderstanding and lead to more productive outcomes. Sometimes slowing down and being patient in a conversation help both sides feel heard and understood. Another point I believe in is being open to feedback is crucial in improving communication. It's easy to get defensive when someone offers constructive criticism, but it's learned that being open to feedback, whether positive or negative, is essential for growth. By accepting other is being able to better adjust my own communication style and become more effective and convey my thoughts. This wellness on listening and improve fosters a two-way conversation where both parties feel respected and valued.